Welcome back to the garage. Boy, has it been a day. Been a couple of days since I've been out here. Last you saw, we were doing interior tin and buttoning that up. And while it's not finished yet, I've got it held in with Clecos. I want to make sure the body fits and we don't have any issues with that. And then we'll go back and drill and set rivets and get that done. But in the meantime, guess what we got to do? We got to cut some body panels out. We have poly stock. I have stacked body panels, and I think I have one Dominator panel over there. So we're going to take the old body panels and we're going to trace them out onto the on the poly panels, and we'll get them cut out. I do things probably a little different than some. I've heard different ways of doing it. Some say they use tin snips. Some say they use jigsaws, nibblers, sheet metal shears. I've seen all kinds of ways of doing it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Ziz wheel on my grinder, a cutoff wheel, and then just go back with a flat disc and clean the edges up. I think that's probably the quickest way. Besides, that's just what I've got. So anyway, y'all sit tight. We're going to get started with that here in just a minute. I'm going to get everything together, make sure, fit everything, make sure I've got all that I need. Now, all this being said, I've already got the right side panels done. I did them a while back. So we've just got to do the passenger or the driver's side now and then get them set. And what we're going to do is, rather than go through and set everything, we'll fit them temporarily. We'll get the we're going to fit temporarily. I'm going to do some other work today as well. We've got to I got to measure and fit the spring steel for the body supports and get those in. But I really don't want to do those until I get tires on it. So I'm kind of line the body up with the tire width and see how that's going to fit. But I've got to get the shocks back too, so I can get it sitting at ride height. So we're not going to finish the body today, but we'll at least get them cut, hung. Then at some point I've got to put nutserts in the driver's side. The rear quarter panel on the driver's side has nutserts in it, but the door does not. They put nutserts in all the way down the passenger side, the right side, and the rear quarter on the driver's side has nutserts in it, so you can unbolt the body. And then they did the same thing as they drilled the body, put blind nuts or clip nuts, whatever you want to call them, into the body supports, and then just bolted everything together. So we're going to do that today. Well, not going to probably get that done today, but that's the direction we're going to go with it. So y'all sit tight. Let me get some stuff together and we'll get started on this, and I'll hit you up shortly. I'll see you soon. Okay, so here we are with the rear quarter on it. This was the original body that was, well, I say the original. It's the original body that was on the car, that came with the car. It's already, the previous owner took it off when he was going to hang a body and then lost interest or whatever, and so I ended up with it. So we just got to basically clamp everything in place, put clamps on it, just go through, mark our holes. And now the side holes, I'm not going to mark them because I don't know if that's exactly where it's going to go. But we'll mark our nutserts for our overlaps. We'll mark the holes on top, coming down here where the bolts went in, and then we'll get this cut and trimmed and fitted, and then we'll do the same thing to the door. So y'all sit tight while I get it clamped, marked, and cut, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, so I'm back. Let me just say the Dominator panels are quite a bit thinner than the stack panels are. I'm not sure how that is going to equate. The stack panels are quite a bit thicker, and dare I say probably a little heavier, maybe a little heavier duty, I don't know. But just the way they feel, the way they work, it is definitely a lighter weight material than is the stack panels. Even just the way that it cuts. Let me get you flipped around here and I'll show you the cuts that we got. Okay, so here we are. Got them all cut. I know there's different ways of doing it. You read online, there's a million different ways of getting these cut. Some say use a jigsaw. Some say use I've read where some guys use tin snips to cut these. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad cut. I used a Ziz wheel and then a flat disc to go back and clean it up. I've got to clean up a little bit more in here. It's not a bad cut. I'd like to find another way of doing it, but for what I've got right now, this will work. So let me do a little more cleanup and a little more trim here and there, and we'll get it laid up and get some door mounting drilled. So let's go back to time lapse and let's get it all taken care of here. Okay, y'all, I think I have royally screwed up. I think I have cut the wrong panel. I think I cut the other side, which I've already got, which just makes it a spare right side panel instead of a blank. So fortunately, I do have one more panel over here that I can use, and I just went and made sure that I had the correct side. So I guess I just cut a spare. So anyway, I got some kind of funky error coming up on here, card speed slow, and it just shuts off. So maybe that's what I had going on over the weekend, I don't know. But anyway, so if you just heard, I just had a major foobar. So I just cut the wrong side instead. So we're going to have to redo it. So I'm going to grab one of my spare stack panels out. It's a spare door that I had, but I'm going to cut it and use it for a quarter panel anyway. All right, it keeps shutting off. I guess I need to go get another card. But anyway, I double checked to make sure I got the correct panel now to be cut. So we're going to do it instead. So let me shut y'all off, go get another card to put in here and see what happens. Okay, so the battery just died on me in the middle of telling you what was going on. Let me tell you what, if it's not one thing, it's another tonight. I'm gonna go as far as getting this door cut out. I'm gonna stick a bolt in it, and I'm gonna let it sit. We're gonna wrap it up for the night because I got a feeling this. Well, let's hope this one goes better. But anyway, and of course Pat came in. She just got home from work, so she had to stop in and check in with me and see what all was going on. So anyway, let me get this door marked, cut, cleaned up. I'll get a screw hole in it, and we'll stick a screw in it to hold it in place, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna put you on. I'll set you on the shelf over here. Put you on time lapse. Excuse me. And while I get this cut and do what I got to do with it. So sit tight.
Okay, we got this one cut now, that debris and whatnot. But that's a nice clean edge all the way around. You get little burrs here and there. Fortunately, these burrs do not cut tires. But it's around. You run your hands over it, don't cut anything. So let's go set this up on the car, see how it fits, and we'll determine from there what else we got to do. All right, so here we go. Here's our door and our quarter panel. They're both set up here. Now, they're not finished, and we've still got a little trim to make happy. But at least we got them hung up here tonight, and we still got Clecos sitting in here. I've got to go and put some nut certs in here. Because the door gets bolted down instead of pop riveted. So I've got to put nut certs. I've got a nut cert tool over here. I got to make sure I've got enough nut certs so we can get these put in, and then we'll go around to the other side. And I've got it set up here as well. So, and now these, we didn't change anything here. This is all just as it was, but this is, we got nut certs already in here. Here, we've got to go back, and again, we got to do a little more cleanup here, set the sail panels and whatnot. Probably need to do a little bit of work back here. This is it's a little on the rough side, but we'll see what we can do with it. But anyway, I want to show you, so we have body panels on both sides of the car, sitting just the way it needs to. Project coming up that's going to be, could be this weekend. I don't know yet. I've got to work Saturday, so I'm not going to get to do anything out here Saturday. But I think I'm going to pull the A-post and the sail panels off and sand them down and repaint them. And then places like this right here where it's been riveted time and time again. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to re-fiberglass this to clean up, and the same thing on the other side. This way we can get it looking nice. Probably going to end up painting these blue. Looks like they were at one time. Then somebody went back and just painted them gray. But I think we're going to do this. We need to get the decals off the roof. I'll probably not pulling the roof, in all honesty. So I can do the work on it that I want to do to get it cleaned up. But anyway, we got body panels hung now. It's starting to look like a late model. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. Really pleased with that. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up for the night. But I did want to get this much done. Show you this. Thanks again for hanging out with me, and like I say, you guys saw the good, the bad, and the ugly of this. So, but anyway, y'all have a great evening, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Hey y'all, welcome back to the garage. Man, am I glad to have y'all here. Somebody give me a little company while I'm working today, because today's job I've kind of not really been looking forward to, but you got to do what you got to do. So off camera this morning, I pulled the roof and the sail panels off the car. Can you each turn around here? You see there's no roof on it now, and the sail panels are off of it. But what I started doing, I was going to pull it off. I was going to sand the outer edges where they were gray and clean it up, get the decals off of it, repaint it blue to match the rest of the car. Keep the white center, just the outer edges blue. And then I got it off and realized this thing is Swiss cheese. I mean, it's got holes. God only knows how many times sail panels and A-posts and have been pop riveted onto this thing, and it is absolute Swiss cheese. And there's holes all in the roof. So who knows how many times it's been mounted, how many different cars it's been mounted on. We don't know the history to this. So what we're going to do is, I have a spare roof that came with the car. There, it's black. But I think we're gonna mount that roof. We'll take this one. We'll drill our correct mounting holes in the top of the roof. I've got to transfer the front cap over, and the back here on the back side, there's a piece of aluminum to strengthen the back of it up. So I'm going to transfer those over, re-drill the roof mounting holes, and then the A-pillars and the sail panels, we'll clean them up and redo them, clean them up, paint them, whatnot. But let me get you flipped around here so you can see what kind of Swiss cheese we're talking about here. So sit tight, let me get you flipped around here. Okay, so you can see here, there's all kinds of holes in here. Like I said, who knows how many times A-pillars and sail panels, and you see the back here. This is underneath the sail panels. I mean, it's all Swiss cheese back here. It's all just totally eat out. The black marks are the current mounting holes, and then you have Swiss cheese up in here. Same thing up here. I'm going to pull this off and remount it over. This hole's used, but you've got holes all in through here. This hole gets used. You got holes all out here, and then we're back to the Swiss cheese again, all along here and here. So this is the fella that I'm going to say originally owned the car. He's the last person he's the first person that I know that owned it. The guy that I bought it from, he couldn't really tell me a whole lot about it. I don't know who Mr. Teston sold the car to when it left Georgia. Somehow it ended up in Winston-Salem. I think that's the owner that the guy that I got it from had. I think that's who had it in between. So, but I reached out to Mr. Teston. He's a super nice guy. Gave me some pretty good information on the car. Actually offered to buy the car back. Said he really enjoyed the car. It was a good car, and he'd like to have it back. And I'm not really interested in selling it right now because I'm having too much fun with this. So anyway, I think what we're going to do is we're going to lay the hood. I'm going to get these cap off, get that brace off underneath, and then we'll line our holes up. I'll re-drill my mounting holes to match what's already on here on that roof, and then once that's done, we'll get the cap. I think what we're going to do actually is, so that with this being white and with this being black, we have a bunch of vinyl wrap. So we're probably going to wrap this white again to match the car, and we'll wrap this outer edge blue like we're going to do the sail panels and the A-pillars again to match what's already here. So, and as you can see, the body panels are still there. That's just looking super good. I am beyond thrilled with it. I don't want to finish them in until it's sitting on the ground, and I can make sure that all my clearances are right, my wheel openings are right, and such. So I'm kind of waiting on the shocks to get back so that we can do that. I've got shocks I can probably put on the car. I've got the springs that were originally on it. I can probably get pretty close as for ride heights, but I really want to wait till I get them back and get them put on so that I know they're right and I'm not questioning things. So anyway, let's get to work on this. We're going to get this done. I'm going to get this drilled out, get it prepped, and get my holes drilled, and I'll hit you guys back here shortly. Okay, so I've got about half of the roof wrapped, and mind you, I am no pro. I barely have the patience to do this. It doesn't look bad. Fortunately, it's the roof, and you don't really see it unless you're going by at the grandstands. And once we get numbers and decals and stuff put on it, I don't think you'll notice it as bad. But I'll flip you around and let you see the first half anyway. There we go. It's not terrible. There's some wrinkles in it. There's some nicks and a couple places I had to cut to get air bubbles out. I think once it sits out in the sun for just a little bit, that'll help it as well. But anyway, there's the first half of it done anyway. We'll touch back in when we get the other half done. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I am not happy at all with the way this turned out. The white wrap we put on it is a completely different white than anything else. And honestly, it looks like crap on a white rag. It is not good. The wrap didn't lay out well. Nothing about this went well. So I'm giving real serious thought. When I go to work tomorrow, we mix paint at your local Napa Auto Parts, or most of them do anyway. We mix paint at our store. I'm probably going to have a pint of white mixed. I've got a panel that I'll take with me for them to take the scan gun and shoot it and get the color code off of it, mix a pint to mix, and I'll have them put it in a can, a spray can. We have that ability. We have the ability to do that in our particular store. Check your local store to see if they can do it for you. Napa know-how. But I'm probably gonna peel this white off and just paint it instead. I don't know that I'll be able to get a white that matches in a vinyl wrap, and short of wrapping the whole body in the same thing, I ain't doing that. So I think what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to finish up the pop rivets in the tin work. I'll finish that up. I'll go ahead and set rivets and all that, get it buttoned up, get it done, and the sail panels and the A-pillars, I think I'm going to sand them down. Those will probably get vinyl wrap. They'll probably get a blue vinyl wrap, as well as the lip on the side of the roof just above the door. It'll probably get a blue vinyl wrap around. Kind of tie the blue and the white thing in together. So I think I'm going to do that for now. It's been raining like cats and dogs here, and when it rains that hard, you can't hear anything in this building. This tin building, it's like being in a drum. So anyway, I'm going to do that. I'm going to button up the tin work here, get it finished in, probably do some other interior work, get that finished. Stuff that camera really doesn't pick up very well. But anyway, I'm going to get that done, and then once that's done, I'll kind of see what time it is, assess the situation, and decide if I want to go any further or if we're going to do something different for the night. But anyway, y'all hang in, and I'll get some of this done, and I'll probably get back to y'all here in just a little bit once I kind of get a better idea of what I got going on. I'll get back to y'all, and I'll show you as best I can what we got here. So anyway, y'all sit tight. I'm gonna get in here and see if I can get this done. So that's one less thing I got to worry about. So I'll button it up and I'll see y'all shortly. Alright, y'all, I'm back. I'm gonna say we've had a less than productive day. I've had to fight a few issues. Nothing major. Well, yeah, I guess it is major. The roof wrap, I absolutely detest. When I close this video out, I'm gonna pull it off. I'm gonna pull that wrap back off. I started trying to hang the body, and I realized there's some differences left to right on the body. So I'm now wondering, was the old body that far off, or I know the body panels match. I'm just curious to what's up with this. I'm going to have to do a little more investigation because I just cut it to fit what was already here. So I've got to figure that out now, because that's just not giving me I'm now questioning is what I'm saying. So between that and measuring and looking and measuring and ciphering and stuff just didn't work out the way I wanted it to today, the way I was hoping it would. So, I mean, it's not a terrible day. Any day you're in the garage is a good day, just some days are better than others. We at least did get the A-pillars and the sail panels off, so I can break out the DA sander. I'll sand them down real quick, knock them down, hit them with a little squirt, same as the blue that's on the rest of the car, and we'll call that a day. The wrap I'll get off. I've got a panel that's cut that I'm not going to call it a scrap because there isn't a whole lot of scrap, but it's a small piece that I cut off. But I'm going to take it to work tomorrow, have them mix up a pint of paint, or actually it's probably half a pint, to put into a spray can of Wanda Base, and I'll spray that out, because if they match it with the color gun, it should be right. So I can do that and get that done. It's just not been a good productive day. So I know things happen. So anyway, y'all have a great rest of the evening. I'm gonna go up here and fire up the grill. I've got some tenderloins I've been marinating for the day, and I'm gonna get them put on here. I'm gonna come back. It's gonna take a little while for them to cook. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna cipher on this a little bit. I'll probably be out here 1 or 2 nights this week. We're starting to get into crunch time. Racetracks are starting to open up. I know of 2 that opened up this week, and I know that next weekend I think there's 2 or 3 more opening here locally. Horsepower Park, or used to be the old Antioch Speedway, is open last night, and then Friendship Speedway up in Elkin, they open next week. They're running their North Carolina Speed Week this week, which obviously we are not ready to go to, but they're running that. They start that Wednesday night, I think, and they're running 602, 604s, Thunder Bombers. I forget what all. Some front wheel drive cars, some 4-cylinder like Pro 4 stuff over the course of the nights, and then Saturday night is the first night of points. So I'm not running for points. I'm not worried about making it. We're probably going to go take a field trip up there and see what we see, and see what we can come back with. See if we can come up with some good information, and then we'll kind of decide from there what direction we're going to go. I'm going to reach out to Horsepower Park and see. That's the closest track to me. It's, I don't know, 15-20 minutes away. It's a smaller track. I know the payout's not going to be nearly as good as Elkin, but there's probably not going to be as many cars there, so probably a little less pressure, and hopefully I don't have to worry about. Hopefully I at least keep up there. And then if we actually start running halfway decent and I get a pretty good feel for the car, we'll probably venture up there, and I want to venture down to Gaffney as well, down to Cherokee Speedway. Cherokee is a bucket list for me. I remember hearing about Cherokee as a kid and reading the old Southern Motorsports newspaper, I think is what it was called. Southern Motorsports something. But it was a newspaper we used to get in the mail about every 2 weeks. And I'd grab it and I'd read just page after, I'd read the ink off of it. Trying to keep up with who was racing where and who won and what track was running what, and the days of Freddie Smith and Freddie Query and Jeff Purvis, and the list just goes on and on and on, and figuring out who was doing what, where, when, who was fast, who won, who didn't, who was leading the points, who was traveling here, there, and everywhere else. It was just, for a kid that was ate up with racing, that was a great time. Unfortunately, it's no longer around. I'm pretty certain it was Southern Motorsports newspaper. You got it in the mail every 2 weeks. Yeah, that's a good memory. But anyway, y'all have a great rest of the evening. I'll get this video made and edited, and I'll get it up this week. I'll get out here and do some more work this week. I'm going to try to finish hanging the body, get the nutserts in so I can hang the body on it, and then we'll determine from there what direction we're going to go. I've got a brake line that's got to be repaired that goes to the right front, and what I'll do is I'll get a whole length and run it all the way across. So I've got to get the car jacked back up for that. I've got a little stress fracture or stress fatigue kind of here and there that's got to be fixed, so I can I'll get that when I get it up. I can get in, I can get to that. It's behind the right front suspension. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. And then I got some other odds and ends that need to get done. I need to replace the power steering belt, which means pulling the transmission out. Might attempt that this weekend or next weekend, or I don't know. We'll see how things go. But we're getting close. I'm starting to get itchy to get out here and let's go find a race somewhere. Let's get this thing done so we can figure out what we got and what we're going to do, and just go have a good time. So anyway, y'all have a great evening. I look forward to getting this one out and put up. This one shows more the good, the bad, and the ugly than anything. So anyway, y'all have a great evening, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.